So, as you've seen by the title, I did have a dream of a white horse, so let me begin the whole story. I don't remember what day it was I actually had this dream, but it stood out so much and moved me so much in my sleep till I knew it was something that I just had to get out there, had to put out there and let people know. I really don't know what was the meaning of this dream, but maybe somebody out there who knows the meaning who can tell me. Just type in a comment on the side or below wherever it's at. So let's get into it. I had a dream. I was standing by my mom's house, and my mom, where she lives, it's her street, and then it's another street that goes across this way at the corner, and it's like an alley. There's nothing there but a field, a large field. It's called some kind of mill, and when you get past that field, it's a levee. Those who don't know what a levee is, it's a high hill that you can actually ride up and go down, and you see the water there. It stops the water from coming over, like it's the Mississippi River, but it's actually another lake that stands off. Anyway, so I'm standing at this corner by my mom's house. It's me and another person, and I think their car broke down or something. I was just trying to help them out or whatever, and all of a sudden, over to the left side, the clouds just kind of spread apart, and in the field where I was looking at, there were some trees, and all of a sudden, I didn't see where the horse came down, but I knew something had entered from the sky, and it was coming around the trees where this horse was coming. Now the size of this horse it had to be spiritual, because even the Guinness World Record of the tallest horse, it didn't match to this horse. This horse was like 3 times that size. So when I seen this horse, I seen how beautiful this horse looked, and this horse looked pure white, and the mane on it was just beautiful and just long and silky and flowy. And you know how you see some white horses in between their thighs, how it looked kind of darkened, like black, like they thighs rolled or something, in the skin off. This horse, it didn't have any of that. This horse was perfect. And also about this white horse, it was a unicorn. It had a pure white, like pearl or something. I don't know. It was a beautiful white unicorn, that was on this horse. And I believe that it's kind of blurry, but I think the horse had wings. It could have not have wings, but it was so beautiful, it just might have wings. So as this horse is running and getting closer, and I'm sitting here admiring this horse, like, wow. As it was getting closer, I can see it was this chariot that was behind it, chasing after it with another horse. I think that horse was black. I knew it wasn't white. They had another horse chasing behind, and they were behind on this chariot, and even the chariot was huge. This wasn't like the Renaissance time chariot. This chariot was silver, and it had gold. It was like trimmed in gold, and a very beautiful chariot. And the guys who was on there had armor plates, just like the Roman times or the Renaissance Greek, whatever. They had Roman plates on, like they was about to go to battle. And I see them coming, and I'm looking at the 2 people who I was with, trying to fix the car or whatever, and I'm looking to see, do they see this? And they just carried on. They didn't see it, even though I saw it. So when the white horse ran by, I was just sitting there looking at it, because it was so tall, and it was just running, even though it appears to be running in the streets, but it seemed like it was still in the spirit world. It wasn't really running on the streets, but you knew where it was. It was a platform that it was running on. And then when the horse ran by, a couple seconds or whatever after that, when the chariot came by, and I seen how beautiful the chariot was, and I seen how beautiful the men were. Well, they wasn't really beautiful, but they were spiritual. I had said to myself, I said, wow, this is really something spiritual. I said, I wonder, can they see us like we see them? But their heads was turned straight looking at the horse. But when the chariot went past me, it's an opening in a chariot where the men actually have to get on the chariot. It was an opening, and while I'm saying this and they riding by, whether or not they can see us like I see them, there was a younger one, and he was a smaller in stature. Now these men who's on the chariot, they look like this about 12 feet tall, easy, because they wasn't of this world. And the younger one turned around and looked at me, and looked at me right in my eyes, and I'm like, oh, he can see me. But the other two, I think it's about a good three to four of them. But the other ones, they just, had their head straight, started looking at the white horse who was running away. So I wondered, is he gonna say anything to me? But he didn't. He just looked at me like, yeah, I can see you. I know you there. And then he just turned back around, and I kept looking at them, and they went off into the distance. So after they went off into the distance to the point where I couldn't see them anymore, it wasn't the fact that they ran so far down the street, but like I said, even though I can see them in the physical world, this is all my dream. Even though I can see them in the physical world, they was still running in the spiritual world, like it was something that I was placed there to see. Them chasing the horse. So they got out of sight. I started back, conversing with the people that I was with. I'm like, did y'all just see the chariot and the horse? And I'm like, what you talking about? They didn't have clues what I'm talking about. Like, it was a chariot just rode by chasing a white horse. Did y'all not see this? And they was like, no. And they pretty much looked at me like I was crazy or whatever. And so after that, they just went on fixing their car. But what ended up happening was somehow they was trying to move their car and kind of turn it to the side so they can push it back to my mom's house. But when we was about to do that, somebody said, hey, man, look at that. What is that? What is that? So I started looking, and there was this horse that was beaten up, beaten down. It looked like it was covered in dirt and mud. It was just filthy, looked like it was just about on its last limb. So as the horse was running back towards us, but it's kind of like a trotting. That what it was doing. That's the thunderstorm. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. But it was trotting back towards us, but it had its head down, but it was, instead of trotting towards us. And the horse just kept running, and one of the people who I was with said, man, watch out, watch out. Then the horse just hit dead onto the car, even though the horse wasn't running that fast, but the impact of the car was kind of harsh. And when it hit down, because by being his head down, hit his head, and it just fell down, and it was dead. And the other guy was like, man, this horse was running and was dead the whole time. And then, so I went over there and inspected the horse, and I seen that this was the same big, beautiful white horse that was trying to run away from the men in the chariots. And they had stripped this horse of its unicorn, and whatever white coat that he had, it was now filthy and disgusting and dirty. And like I said, I don't remember if it had wings or not, but if it did, they were gone. And this horse, when I was seeing it spiritually, I told you it looked like 3 times the world record, Guinness Book World Record, or whatever it is, of the tallest horse. It had shrunken or whatever down to the size of a donkey or a mule or something. It was a fraction of what it was. And I woke up from that dream. After I seen that it was the same horse that was just running, I seen that the men in the chariot actually caught up with it and did whatever they did with it. But by the time this dream ended, I didn't see the men. The men never came back, to go back into the sky. The dream never lasted long for me to see where they went. So after I woke up, I was just feeling so bothered by that. I just said to myself, there's something that I have to get out there. There's something that I have to tell people. This dream is way more than just a pretty white horse where it just got attacked and mangled and stuff. So that's why I feel like I need to come on here and share this dream with you now. Whether this is a dream of war or some other kind of dream. I don't know. But leave your comments down below, because I really want to know what y'all have to say about this dream, though, of this white horse. And I haven't been reading any documents of the white horse. I know there's one angel that posts actually, is it a god of war? The angel of war? Well, I know Jermichael is that angel, but it's some kind of angel in heaven. I forgot. My mind all blurry right now. That actually does ride a white horse. But there was no angel on this horse or anything. But that was it, y'all. And that's my dream. So let me know, and I'll read y'all comments and get back with y'all. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.